That's a good question about whether we send pre-call letters or not. Some people who know me will know that I was a very, very big advocate of pre-call letters because of what I considered to be courtesy issues around communications with alumni. But having seen some results over the last couple of years, I have to confess that I've changed my mind. And particularly what's changed my mind has been seeing the difference in whether somebody receives pre-call communication by a letter or whether they receive it via email. And what we've seen is that for the person who receives the pre-call communication by email, they may not read it very much, they may just skim it, but they have absorbed the basics that they're going to get a call in the next couple of weeks. And what our callers are telling us is that they are more likely to engage in conversation about the annual fund and about what we're trying to do, compared to the people who've received the letter, who may actually have read it through a couple of times and used it as a way to formulate all the reasons that they're going to tell that student when they call up why they're not going to give to the university, which makes it a much harder job for the student callers. So over the last couple of years, since we've had the ability to send pre-call emails, and obviously we have to tell our callers which one alumni have received, they've ended up with a marked preference to talking to the people who've received the pre-call via email. So I do think pre-call communication is important, but I don't think it necessarily needs to be a letter. So if it's an email, that's absolutely fine. And that could be an email specifically about the phone call they're going to get, or it could be something in the e-newsletter. And we also have other ways now to communicate to our alumni that we're about to be calling them as part of a telephone campaign, like our Facebook fan pages or our Twitter feeds. So I don't think it's so crucial anymore that everybody needs to get a letter. And if we have an email address for our alumni, we don't send letters to them anymore. And if we don't have an email address for them, actually nowadays we don't send anything. Because we found that the number of people who complain about the telephone call is generally very, very small indeed.